scene. A well-known promoter, entrepreneur, rapper, not to mention a dad, who many consider the unofficial mayor of the city. A man who spent years building his brand, connecting people, and elevating the local music culture, only to have his life cut short in the very environment he helped uplift. This wasn't just another name or face in the crowd. This was someone who beat the odds, coming from the same trenches he worked to inspire others out. He made something of himself and gave back in the process. But on what was supposed to be a celebratory night, a scheduled show turned into a crime scene in a brutal and calculated drive-by shooting. His life was taken in front of the same community he worked so hard for, and the moment was captured on camera. And this video will reflect on his story, from the impact he had on the city to the details surrounding his death. We'll also touch on how the city was responding, where things stand with the investigation, and how those close to him are keeping his legacy alive. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Growing up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was a man who was identified as Antoine
going down in Milwaukee,
now referred to as OG Tweezy, or the unofficial mayor of Milwaukee. That didn't just come overnight. Them names came with time, dedication to the community. In the mid-1990s, Antoine Hogans, referred to as OG Tweezy, had dropped his first solo album, and at that time, he was identified as Young Twan. His breakout track.
I was ready to say he gave me that Boosie vibe, and just hearing that music, he's got that Boosie type vibe because he looked like it in videos.
Will come 4 years later in the track titled Major Pay.
From coast to coast. I'm trying to figure how the fuck we get paid.
During that time, his record label was called Trump Tight Records. He grew up in Columbia Park, 13th Street. But shortly after, he ended up getting arrested for a burglary in Missouri. He did 5 years. And at that time, he changed his record label for When He Come Home to You Said It Records. A quote that's famous for his son saying to him.
I had did a burglary in Missouri. And I ended up getting caught. I had shot a rock through the window at a Nike outlet, and the police station was behind the Nike outlet, and I ended up getting arrested. They ended up I ended up hiring Tim Joyce. He was the biggest lawyer in Missouri, and I ended up getting 5.5 years probation. So I did 5 years on the street and got revocated. They ended up sending me to prison. I was working for 15 cents an hour. My phone calls was 10 cents a minute. So when I got into jail, all the inmates was in there 15, 20 years. They had cassette tapes and shit like that. So when I got in there, it was like, man, the rules in here is mind your business and always keep your mouth shut. So by me listening to the OGs, I ended up going on my programs. When I went to the parole board, the man was like, my cellmate, my boy, Bunk G. But anyway, he was basically like, when you go to parole, don't ask no questions unless they ask you something. So when I went in there, it was 3 people, like a psychologist, a doctor, and a lawyer. So I just sat back and listened to the questions that they asked, and then I answered them. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting out in like 7 or 8 months and got back, you know what I'm saying, to the deck. So when I got out of jail, I had met a couple of days before I was getting out, there was this dude in there because I was working in the laundry, and he had like triple lights, and he was like, young blood, you got a second chance. And he said, I ain't never getting out of here. So when I got out, I promised myself, I said, the life of crime ain't a friend of mine, and I was done hustling. So I ended up going up to 6 at All Stars, and he ended up taking me to Chicago to get the shirts, the blunts, the scales, like everything, the V-necks, the T-shirts, so I should ride around Milwaukee to 45, 26, to Monroe, everywhere, and pop my trunk and sell my clothes out the car. So I had borrowed my girlfriend's car, and I turned it to a Walgreens. So 3 months later, after I got out of jail, I ended up meeting Mike Hawthorne, and he ended up calling me and saying I can get the store in Burleigh because my friend Chauncey, he had sold somebody in the hood on 28th Street some fake dookies, and they ended up coming back busting all the windows out, and he already had a doctor for a wife, so he really didn't need the money. He was just doing it probably because he loved to do it, but he was like, little dog, you can get the stove. So I kept the stove for about 7 years. I put a studio in there because I love music, so everybody would come there and record Cash Ball, Vault, Money Eyes, rest in peace to Money Eyes, and all the superstars in Milwaukee. And I just wanted to work for myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how that You Said It shit came about.
Shout out to the Code Red podcast. He have an almost hour interview with OG Tweezy. I'll leave the link in the bio if you guys want to check it out. At this time, OG Tweezy home. He opened up his own hookah spot by Tweezy, and he dropped new music.
In the hood, hood every day trying to make $1. When I was locked up, I worked for 50 cents an hour. If it don't kill you.
But on Friday, July 11, 2025, OG Tweezy was set to host at Elman Lounge, located at 415 North Walter Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Snoopy, Manny Fresh, OG Tweezy, Steve the Stoner, we at Element. It's up and it's stuck.
Boy, crazy, man. My boy Manny Fresh, man. You hear me? Steve the Stoner. Yeah. Yeah. Right here. Element Friday. July 11, y'all know what time it is. Doors open at 9. Get them sections, man.
Hosted by the one and only big homie, Snoopy.
Yeah, man. It's really real.
3. Friday, July 11th, Snoopy, Manny Fresh, OG Tweezy, Steve the Stoner, we at Element. It's up and it's stuck.
Boy, crazy, man. My boy Manny Fresh, man. You hear me? It's really real.
But just after midnight, that following day, which is Saturday, people start to talk outside the venue. But as they talk, you can notice people clutching as they noticing something funny going on in the street.
Yup, you can see them start. Yup. They ain't got no security guards. Like, where the security guards at? And that be the thing about these venues, bro. Like, if y'all know, like, especially in the hoods, bro, and y'all know niggas be beefing and going on, doing whatever, y'all need to have security guards do police officers doing real pat downs. Not doing them little fake pat downs, you know, where a nigga can still get in that bitch with his gun. Or that's how motherfuckers be getting shot up. Granted, you can't stop a drive-by for what's going on, because that's what it says. He got killed in a drive-by. But like, come on, man. Like, this is why going clubbing and like, yeah, they paying attention. Look, they seeing it. They all turned around, start reaching up under their pants. Yup, they shirts and shit. Look, they started. Yup.
Now we're gonna stop it there. We want to be respectful to these victims' families. But 2 people was dead and 3 others were injured. The shooting took place near the intersection of Walter and Michigan Streets, right in front of the store, which was considered a popular nightlife entertainment district. The victims was later identified. Antoine Hogan's, 52 years old, also known as OG Tweezy. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family.
Rest in peace,
and Kevin Lewis, 39 years old, also known as Bub Dubs, from downtown Milwaukee. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. The 3 other victims' ages were 30, 32, and 34, praying for a speedy recovery.
Oh, these niggas old.
Families grieving after 2 men died in a shooting this weekend outside a downtown Milwaukee nightclub. And one of those victims was Antoine Hogan's, a beloved rapper and event promoter known by many as OG Tweezy.
Hogan's was 52 years old, and this afternoon there is a growing memorial outside his business on the city's northwest side.
AJ Bayatpour has an update on the investigation and stories from the people who knew Hogan's best.
Affectionately referred to as the unofficial mayor of Milwaukee, the signatures, flowers, and balloons continue to come for 52-year-old Antoine Hogan's. Perhaps those who can best describe what he meant to the city are his children.
All he did was help this town. He loved this town with all his heart. Like, he just cherished it so much.
It is.
But I mean, the crazy part is, you can love your city and help the town as much as you want, but the town would be the one to take you out. Like I say, you don't know why they did it. It sound like probably because some hater shit. You know, niggas be haters, seeing motherfuckers get money or don't want you to have fame. Like, it just be weird shit, bro. But like, it be your own city that'll do it to you, for real, for real. No matter how much you help.
Clear, a lot of people in Milwaukee loved Antoine Hogan's. On Monday, 2 of Hogan's 3 children come to see the memorial for OG Tweezy.
His dream was for me to be more than what he was, and that's, it's a lot of pressure because he was real big in the city, real big. Right. So I ain't got no choice to do it, just for the legacy to live on and just go on and make it happen.
Both Juan and Sasha Hogan say while their dad was always promoting events and shaking hands across the city, his family came first, whether it was having them around his hookah store or taking them to Disney World.
He just really wanted to make me happy, and he just did anything to make me happy. Like, it was so fun down there. That was like definitely one of the one of the best memories.
The plan was to keep making those memories, but Hogan's life was cut short early Saturday morning. He and a 39-year-old man were killed when a gunman fired shots into a group of people outside the Element Lounge on Water Street. 3 other people were wounded. Hogan's had been promoting an event there.
It's just an innocent man doing what he loved. It's the wrong person. It's always the person that's only person doing the right thing, man, that get hurt, and it's sad. It's really, really messed up, and I just really hope the city get better and we learn from this.
For real,
Police say they have since arrested a 24-year-old man in connection to the shooting. Relatives have one question for the person who pulled the trigger.
Are you going to help the people he used to help? No, you took him out and took another person out and injured other people. Are you going to help the people that he was helping?
Family members remembering a man who loved his city.
Cuz Twine, we love you, man. Milwaukee love you, bro.
And they are now seeing just how much that love went both ways.
Now, since then, the Milwaukee police said Monday they had arrested a 24-year-old man in connection to the shooting, but they wouldn't release his name or his true involvement. And as of now, it's still an open case. And as we close out this story, we don't really know if OG Tweezy was targeted or the wrong place at the wrong time. But what we do know, this story is a reminder of how fragile life can be, even for those who pour their hearts into uplifting others. He wasn't just a promoter, he was a pillar in his city. And according to his family, friends, and the ones that love him the most, even after he lost his life, his spirit, his energy was still felt. So everybody watching, keep supporting your local visionaries while they still here. Rest in peace to every victim we talked about in this story. Once again, a love of condolences to you guys' families. A man who gave his city everything. Fam, this was the story of a man who was gunned down, doing what he was known to do, promoting, living life, and treating everybody with love and respect. Let me know how you guys feel about this.
Like I said, I don't tell them what happened, man. Like I said, niggas could be, it just, you don't know, bro. Like I said, they sound like it was a whole bunch of older dudes out there, and they came by and sprayed up. Like I said, could have been just some hater shit. That's how niggas is. Like I said, it be on here that take you out, man. Like I said, rest in peace to the victims, man. Hopefully, condolences to their families and everything. Shout out to Family TV for the video. And we'll catch you on the next one. If y'all can check out my second channel, it's D.SHELTON TV. The link is in the description.